During this session, I'm going to review the math monthly assessment that you guys took last week on Tuesday. Probably some of you guys also made up on later days, but it was held last week on January 31st. In our previous sessions, we went over some questions already. We went over question 1, question 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, 7, and 8, right? In this session, we will be reviewing question 9 onwards. If any of you still have questions over the questions we went over, I will recommend you will watch class recordings and refresh those concepts over those problems. If you will still have questions over those problems, let us know. We will also review it in the math building blocks. But we don't want to keep repeating ourselves and do same questions over and over because you didn't attend. So you can always watch those recordings. Here we are with question 9. Unfortunately, question 9 was one that we saw just today. And back then, when you took the test, we hadn't covered this topic. And that's perfectly fine. Go ahead, people, and get started. Do not type in the main chat, so people who are here, they can join Nearpod. Okay, so what is the probability of spinning a number greater than 4? When you saw this question, how did you feel about the question? Was it too easy, too hard? No? And remember, as you join the class, you have to make sure you are muted, right? If only you are on the mic answering a question, you can unmute yourself at all the times. You should be on mute. Here we are. What is the probability of spinning a number greater than 4? Let's see how you guys are answering this question. Landon. Very good. Katie. I want to see you in active in Nearpod. Logan, I'm very proud of you. Paige, very proud of you. Giovanni, very good. And I'm still waiting. Ava. Ava missed the session. Ava, this is what we went over in the general session. Amy. I say reconsider, Amy. Let's see what are other responses. Haley, I agree to you. Valerie got an active slide. I want you all to join Nearpod so I can see your work and I can give you feedback. Derek, I'm interested to see how you answer this question. And Cheyenne is here. Okay. Let's see. Landon, you will guide us. You are the teacher to teach this question to the class, Landon.
Yes.
How would you teach the class how to find probability of spinning a number greater than 4?
So first, since the pie is divided in 6 parts, you could be using fractions that are 1/6 or greater or stuff.
Right.
And since you're trying to find what the probability of spinning on 5 or 6 is, you would subtract the other parts, like 1 through 4, and you're left with 1/6, which is converted to 1/3. 2/6, which is converted to 1/3. Sorry.
Very good, Landon. Very good. A number greater than 4 could be a number, Landon says 5, is greater than 4, or a number that is 6. These two numbers are possibly the required section of the spinner because they represent numbers greater than 4. And there are 2 such numbers out of the 6 total numbers. Amy, this will be very precise. It will not be even between. And 2, 6, you can simplify, right? Half of 2, 1. Half of 6, 3. Right? So it's not between. It's very precisely 1/3. And you will say answer choice D is the correct answer. Very likely when you took the assessment, you had little to no idea about this question. But I still put it in the assessment thinking, I'm going to see how my students think about this problem before I, teach them. It seemed to be not a very tricky question. Any point of confusion on this? I see in the Nearpod, all those who joined. Layla, I'm very happy to see you in Nearpod and actively working. Joycelyn, very good. Joining Nearpod. Natalie, very good. Valerie, very good. Jadine, very good. Let's go ahead. Jakira, I also see you here in Nearpod. Now this was our previous topic, right? We had just completed this topic about volume and moved to our probability topic. And the question is asking you to compute or calculate volume of the pyramid. Remember, take away the other volume formula so you don't confuse yourself. And volume of a pyramid, you are using this correct formula, right? You do 1/3 area of base times height. Or I will write down over here, quite big and clear. To find volume of a pyramid, you use your reference chart. You do 1/3 of base area, that's the rectangle base, times height of the pyramid. Or, we also learned in class, you can rewrite this formula like this, that volume equals area of base for the pyramid, that is the rectangle 5/4, times height of the pyramid, then 1/3 means divided by 3, right? This is how you translate the formula. Dion, very good, I agree to you. And remember, at this time, my eyes are on your Nearpod slide, so I can see how you are doing and I can give you feedback. Here is the link to the Nearpod. Everybody go ahead, join Nearpod. There are so many more people in class than in Nearpod, but I want to see everybody in Nearpod. Victoria has really nicely done this one. I'm going to copy what Victoria does on her slide. She, step 1, did big B. She finds area of base. And she goes and shades the base. The base is rectangle, right? And it is a 5/4 rectangle. And you can easily find area of the base. The big B. Let's do that. So big B is area of this rectangle base. That is 5 times 4, 20. How much is the height of the pyramid? You guys can definitely type in the chat. How much is the height of the pyramid from the base to the peak? How tall is the pyramid? And we can say height of the pyramid is, very good, Landon, 6 millimeters is the height. And now we can just put things in the formula. We know that big B, let's go ahead. So now we can put things in the formula and we can say volume equals, big B is 20, area of the rectangle base, 20. Height is 6. So I'm going to say 20 times 6. And I'm going to get an answer, 20 times 6. Then I will divide it by 3. That will give me volume. Katie did 20 times 620. Then Katie, the formula has 1/3. Or 1/3 also means to divide it by 3 afterwards. Where did I get the 20 from, Amy? Amy, area of this base is 20. That's big B. Amy, right? 5/4. That's where we got 20 from. Amy, let me know if that makes sense. Right? 5/4. See, the base is 5/4. That's where I got 20 from. Rectangle. I didn't know. I did some calculations. Amy, over here. It is a rectangle base. Big B is rectangle. And it is a 5 by 4 rectangles. So therefore, I can say big B is 20. Does that make sense? Yes. So volume turns out to be answer choice D, right? You do 20 times 6, 120. KD was telling me. Yes, very good. And then you divide it by 3 to get 40 cubic millimeters. I'm going to go to your slides and I'm going to give feedback as to if I see that you have shown me sufficient work. Okay, show me all the work on your slide. Hilly, very good. Ava, very good. Cheyenne, very good. Do more steps. Ava, very good. I see all the steps. Paige, very good. Derek, very good. Giovanni, dear, one last step. It is a pyramid. There you go. I see you fixed it. Very good, very good. Joycelyn, very good. Layla, I want to see your work. Natalie, very well done, but show me all the steps on your slide. Valerie, very well done. Jadine, very good. Amy, very good. I see you answered in the chat. Victoria, very well done. Derek, need to show me your work on the slide. And Lexi, very good. But Lexi joined a little late, and that's okay. We'll catch from here. Question 11. Question 11 is another volume question. What is the volume of the triangular prism? Right? And make sure you bubble the correct formula. Prism, I'm going to use this formula because I'm going to find volume of a prism, and I'm going to take away volume of a pyramid formula so I'm not confused. Get started. I'll write down some steps that will guide you. I want you to shade the base of the prism, and I also want you to find width B. Right? Find area of the base. Then I want you to label the height. Third, find volume. Use these steps and get started. As I look at your slide, these are the things I'm going to see. So Dion got an answer already. Let's see, Dion, if I can verify. Okay, I agree to you. Seems like an answer I remember from past. 6 by 8 by 34. I agree to you, Dion. Okay, the rest of you, I'm going to go ahead and check your slides and give you feedback. Landon, reconsider the shading part. The answer is correct, but reconsider the shaded base. Cheyenne, reconsider dear the shaded base. Paige, I agree to your base. Lexi, I agree to your base. Victoria, I agree to your base. And Lexi, very nicely done, area of base. Very good. As I'm going to shade my land, and there you go, I'm very proud of you. As I'm going to shade my base, base is 1 in a prism. I need to have another congruent face. See, if I consider this as a base, I have another congruent face towards the back. In a prism, there needs to be 2 bases, 2 congruent bases. So in this one, it is, and the name, triangular. The name tells you this is a triangle base. So if I want to shade the base, the green ones are my base. It is not sitting on the base right now. Natalie, it's not sitting on the base right now. In a prism, bases are those 2 congruent faces at a distance. And these 2 faces are at a distance of 32. Very good, Lexi. Very nicely displayed. Very good. Okay. Then you can find area of the base, right? As step 1 says. To find area of the triangle, you will use this formula. Half times base times height. The numbers that are connected to the base are your 12 centimeters and 8 centimeters. This will help you find area of the base. Are there any questions before I move any further? Does it make sense to everybody? These are the 2 numbers that are connected to the triangular base. So if I'm finding area of the base, I will say A equals 12 by 8. It is a 12 by 8 triangle. I'll do 12 times 8 and then I will divide by 2 because it is a triangle. In a triangle, the formula has a half in front of it. In order to have a number, you divide that number by 2. 12 times 8, divide by 2. 48 is area of the base. I'm gonna pause. Are there any questions, confusions, anything you do not understand? Let us know before we move on. Everybody understands area of the base is gonna be 48? Natalie, very good fixing it. Amy, very good. Cheyenne, very good. Okay. Lexi already had good. Derek, very good. Then height. Height is how far away the two bases are. In this case, how far away are the two congruent bases? They're 34 centimeters away. And this prism is not sitting on its base. If you put it on its base, you will see that it is 34 tall. And Derek, do you need any help? Derek. Derek R, let me know. Hop on the mic or put that in the chat and I'm going to help you out. Okay. So Derek M, it wasn't you, it is Derek R who had a question. So if you will flip this prism on the green base, you will see the height turns to be 34. So I'm going to say the height of this prism is 34. How do I find volume? I have boxed the formula and the formula says just do area of base times height. So if I'm doing volume of this prism, area of the base I have is 48. Height of the prism I have is 34. So I'll do 48 times 34 and that gives me the volume. Yes, Derek. And we might have even more, I'm assuming. Yes. So 1632 is what I got as the volume. But I'm going to go and check your slides to see what you got. And if there are questions, let us know before we move on. Remember, this is not supposed to be a very structured class where you're not asking questions. In fact, in any class, you should be asking plenty of questions. Anybody got anything different? Giovanni. Okay, yeah. There you go. You're doing well. If this is the first time you're learning this with me, it's also a good idea to write down some notes in your math notebook so you can review later when it is time for the STAR test. If this is the very first time you ever learned this. For our class, we already learned this topic. This was the previous one, and we moved on to the new topic of probability. Okay, this question, you guys were telling me, a lot of you told me that you didn't have a ruler. And therefore, I told openly to all the teachers and teams, teachers, dear teachers, please tell all my 7th grade math student testers that this diameter got to be 7 centimeters. I hope the message was forwarded to everybody, right? You forgot about this question. Zayan, dear, what is your question? You can hop on the mic or you can type in the chat, but make sure you ask the question so I can answer. Zayan, thank you for informing me. I'm going to go to Progress Learning and update the grade. It doesn't update itself. Teachers update it every Friday. Okay. Thank you for letting me know. I'm going to update your grades for this one. So we know that diameter here should be 7. Diameter should be 7. So which measurement is closest to the circumference of the circle? And I have given you the formulas. The diameter is 7. Diameter is the line that starts from this side, this point, all the way till this point, passing through the center. Okay, Dion, I agree to you. So here are two formulas that I have provided you. Use the formula and find circumference, the perimeter of the circle. Also, let me know how did you find the question? Too easy, too hard, or normal? That is important piece of information. Haley, let's see, diameter is 14. What did I say? Diameter is 7. Diameter, not 14. Diameter 7. Page. Diameter 7. I didn't say radius is 7. Page. Look, the dotted line is the long line, so we can say diameter is 7. Ava, diameter 7. Good. Find circumference. Joycelyn. Oh, you thought all this time that okay, Emiliano, very sad. I still kind of what we call curved your grades. So even if you had some minor errors with this question, it was curved up. It didn't impact anybody like badly. Victoria, I agree to you. Lexi, I agree to you. Emiliano, reconsider, dear. Jadine, okay, got it, Jadine. You won't see these easy questions next time. We'll put in some challenge questions. Let me see how Landon answers it. Landon, reconsider. This has to do with circumference. If I know in this question my diameter is 7, I am likely choosing this circumference formula that has a d in it. Because this circumference formula says circumference equals pi d. And how can I solve it? I know that d is 7. And I also know, like, this is common knowledge. A lot of you guys probably know, and you were sharing in the general math session, that pi is 3.14. And some of you even shared so many digits for pi in the general session. I'm like surprised. That was maybe Oriana or somebody. Well, I'm not going to share so many. I don't even know them. I know I'm going to just do 3.14. And we also know that d is 7. And we can find circumference by multiplying. So pi is 3.14, approximately 3.14, not exactly. And diameter is 7, so multiply by 7. For this question, honestly, when I create this, Cheyenne knows all these digits that Miss Syed doesn't know. Very good, Cheyenne. So when I did this question, honestly, I didn't multiply. What I didn't multiply these precisely. I estimated. I did 3 times 7, and that is easy, right? 3 times 7, you can do in your head. That is 21. And very easily, I can choose the right answer. And without solving, it's so easy to tell. The other answers are so far off from 21, you can tell which one is the right answer. I didn't multiply in this one as I created my answer key. Let me see how the rest of you, Haley, I want to see your work. Landon, let's see. Landon, you have to redo, right? Logan, Katie, Elijah, I want to see your work here in Nearpod. Giovanni, very good. Very good, Giovanni. Excellent, excellent. Paige. Okay, your work erased for me. Derek, I want to see your work, dear Derek. Ava, you did all those details. Cheyenne, very good, excellent. Jadine, that was very easy for you. Valerie, very good. Natalie, very good, excellent, excellent. Layla, I want to see your work. Joycelyn, more work. Jakira, you're near pod and I want to see more steps. Victoria, very good. Derek, very good. Lexi, very good. Emiliano, there you go. Logan, excellent. And therefore, I will pick C, right? That's the closest answer. Let me check Landon again, and I can give you feedback. Landon, that is incorrect. Why? Number one, Landon, there are several reasons. Number one, and the picture tells you the diameter is 7. Diameter of 7. To find circumference of a circle, here are the formulas. Logan, I agree to you. Very good. That is for Landon. Landon, these are the two formulas for circumference. Perimeter. What you did, you applied area formula. Landon, you applied the area formula. And on top of that, rather than taking radius, you also use diameter there. So your answer is quite overrated. Let me know, Landon, if that makes sense. I'm waiting to hear from you, Landon. Diameter is 7, so pi d gives you circumference, 7 times pi. And around 21, so 22, yeah, Ava did very precisely 21.98, so that was 22. Let's go ahead and move on and look at the next question. That will be question 13. Those of you who tested with me were in my homeroom. You guys told me, Miss Syed, you can't do that to us. Question 13 is so hard. It doesn't give us enough information. And I was like, I smiled. I was like, I can help you like in the math building blocks, and we'll look at it together and see how hard that is. Some of you are also here who was talking about this question then. So we want to find area of the largest circle. Area of the largest circle. In the first place, you should be able to see the largest circle. Remember, the largest circle is the outermost circle. So for the outermost circle, go figure out how you find area of the outermost circle. I've given you the formula, and the formula says for a circle, area is over here, pi times radius squared. Let's see. Pi times radius squared. That's how you find area of a circle. Everybody get started. Dion, you already got an answer. Question 13. I agree. Very good, Dion. Like after a few minutes, when everybody gets a chance to try it, Dion, do you want to walk us through this question if you found it that easy? And make it easy for the rest of us? Like some students really had concerns with this problem. They're like, Miss Sayed, how we do this? Doesn't even give us all the information. Go ahead, people. Okay, so let's look at the complete diameter. Dion, can you guide us? Please hop on the mic and tell us, how did you find the complete diameter? The outermost circle.
I just added the two diameters of the two circles inside the bigger circle and multiplied by pi.
So diameter, you say you add this diameter and this diameter. Add. Right, Dion? Very good. Then,
And then squared 9.
wait. Diameter is 18. Dion, we have to move a little slow. Remember, the entire class, they will take something time. So this is 6 plus 12. 6 plus 12 tells you the diameter to be 18, people. This is how Dion is talking about, right? Then, Dion, guide us further. How did you figure out the radius from there? Remember, not everybody is so fluent with all the concepts that you are, right? So guide them. How do you find radius from diameter 18?
Divide the diameter by 2.
Very good. Very good. So diameter is 18 divided by 2. So radius will be 9. People, are there any questions? We got diameter 18, we got radius of 9. Diameter is the full line from one end to the other end passing through the center. Radius is the partial line, right? From center to the circumference. 9. Halfway. Dion, go ahead, move on. What do I do next to find area of the circle?
Square 9.
Okay, square 9. So we have 9. We'll just look at this, a 9 squared. 9 squared means 9 times 9, and that is 81. What do I do from here, Dion?
Multiply it by pi.
Very good, excellent. The formula for area of a circle says, what Dion is saying, that it is pi times square of radius. So here, radius is 9, so square of 9 is 81. We are also talking about, like here, I see some of you posted the full value of pi, but we just want 2 decimals, so pi is 3.14. You got radius squared and you got pi. Multiply them to find area. So we can just go ahead and put in 3.14. That is pi times radius squared, and radius squared is 81. 9 times 9, 81. And Dion also said here in the chat. Landon, I'm going to help you with that. How does that equation look like for the previous one? 3 equals this is how Landon the previous equation looked like. Okay, I'm gonna see how the rest of you guys did this question. And if you need help, Landon, I agree to this answer. Haley, I agree to you. Ava got a different answer. Ava, when you do 81 times pi, we ended up getting an answer choice that is C. Very good, Cheyenne. Giovanni. Giovanni, do you need help with it? Remember, the radius of the biggest circle will be 9. Because the full line is 18, the radius of the big circle will be 9. Jadine also got what Ava got. Valerie got what Ava got. Then I have to check my answer. Landon, oh sorry, Dion, do we really got the right answer? 81 times 3.14 is what they got. Yeah, 254. I think I marked the wrong answer. So 81 times 3 is around 200, right? 254. I marked the wrong answer on my slide, but you guys are right. The answer is supposed to be D. I think, Dion, you marked it right. I marked it wrong. It's just my error from my side. People, the answer is supposed to be D. I don't know. I'm not even approximating for some reason. So 3 times 80 is 240. So I know 254 is a very reasonable answer. D is right. D is the right answer. D is the right answer, right? Are there any questions, concerns anybody still has how we got the 9 as radius? No questions? We'll just go ahead and move on to question 14. Question 14 was the area of the composite figure. Composite figure is a figure made up of more than one regular figure, right? More than one regular figure. And they have named them out. And the question says here we have 2 triangles, right? 1 and 2, 2 triangles. We'll mark it with bolder color. And then there's also a rectangle. There we have a rectangle. And we also have a square. So it is a composite figure. Why? A composite figure is one that is made up of more than one regular shape. This one is really made up of more than one regular shape, a square over here. Go ahead, everybody, get started. See how you will find area of this sidewalk. That means you will find area of the square, then one triangle, then the rectangle, and then the other triangle. Everybody get started. I have given you a little snip of the reference chart that will be given to you in the STAR test for math. So you can use the correct formulas as you find the areas. Everybody get started. Valerie, that was so fast, and I agree to you. Very good, very fast. Landon, I agree to you. That was very fast. Cheyenne, I got you. Dion, I agree to you. Very good. Cheyenne, there are some parts that you probably can still handle. See if you can manage to do those smaller parts that you can. For the square, a square has congruent sides. So if I know this side is 6, then this side of the square is also 6, right? And therefore I can find area of the square. It is a 6 by 6 square, so area is 6 times 6, 36. Area of the square is 6 times 6, 36. Are there any questions with area of the square? So there are still some parts that you can definitely answer. Area of the square is 36. Then Cheyenne, you can also find Landon. Please hop on the mic.
I was thinking that see the top figure, the one.
Yes.
If you remove the square from the bottom, you can also look at that as the trapezoid.
I'm very happy to hear that, Landon. Landon sees a trapezoid here. I would love to see a trapezoid here, Landon. It will reduce so much work. You don't have to do 3 calculations, you just will do 1 calculation. Use the trapezoid formula and get answer of the top one. Let me see, Haley, if I agree to yours. Oh, Haley, I actually don't. Did you add the area of the square, Haley? Paige, I agree to you. Natalie, I agree to you. Cheyenne, remember, my eyes are on your slide and I'm going to see how you do. We will look at the trapezoid. I like Landon's idea. Victoria, I agree to you. Emiliano, I agree to you. For the top part, we will look at the trapezoid and I'm going to write down the formula for area for trapezoid. So area of the trapezoid equals, you do base 1 plus base 2. Base 1 plus base 2. A trapezoid has 2 parallel bases. And base 1, 18. I'm going to label so you know. Base 1 is 18. Base 2 is the other parallel side, all the way from here till the other end, and here it tells you it is supposed to be 30. So I have base 1, 18, and base 2, 30. Add them. Let's do 18 plus 30. And then you multiply by height. After adding, you multiply by height. Height is how far away are the parallel bases. These parallel bases are 6 feet away. So height of this trapezoid is 6. So I will do 18 plus 30, whatever I get, 48. I will times by 6. Then also in the formula, there is a half. So a half means after I multiply by 6, after I multiply all this by 6, I will then also divide by 2 because that's how you find half of a number. Right? And from my understanding, the area of the trapezoid is 144. If you are choosing answer choice C, Remember, C is area of the trapezoid only. And there is also a square with an area of 36. When you add 144 and 36, area of trapezoid as well as the square, you should end up getting answer choice D, 180. Let us know if anybody has any questions. I know area for trapezoid is one complicated figure, right? So this is how you do area for trapezoid. Any questions? 180, Eliza. 144 is just area of the trapezoid. But if you want total, you will also add area of the square, that is 36. Okay, people. We will go ahead, move on to the next question, and that will also be the last question. So somehow on the assessment, there was a question that they plan to give you 2 points on. I don't know which one. Altogether, it was a grade out of 16. We will focus on this question. And I'm very hopeful if you are present in today's class, you will not have a hard time answering this anymore. So as a check for myself, before I guide you, I'm going to see how you do on your own. Regina has three number cubes. The faces of each number cube are from 1 to 6. Regina will roll each number cube 1 time. What is the probability that all 3 number cubes will land on an odd number? So this is a little bit more than what I have taught you in class, but this is not beyond your understanding. Dion says A is the answer. If I had 1 cube, I will say the chance of landing on odd number is a half. Okay, Dion? Because 50-50 chance. But dear, if you have 3 cubes, all of them landing on odd number, do you think the chance is more or chance is less? This will be such a rare thing, Dion, not 50%, even a rarer thing than 50%. Right, Emiliana? See, you got 3, you roll the 3. How come 50-50 chance that all 3 land on odd number? I think that, Dion, will be a little bit less than half. Emiliana also agrees. I agree. So think about it. How would you go about doing this question? And here I see Landon's answer. Landon, you are right. Very good with that. Giovanni, no. Giovanni, think. You got 3 number cubes. How is it possible 50-50 chance you throw them all and roll them and you get odd number on all 3? That is hard. That's not so easy. Valerie. That is a good thought, but I say, Landon, I agree to you. Valerie, but reconsider. Lexi, reconsider. Emiliano, reconsider. This question, I'm going to show you a picture and we call it a tree diagram. I'm hoping very few people seen tree diagram like this one before. So this is my coin 1. If I toss coin 1, it will either land, oh, this is not even coin, this is number cubes. Oh, that will be a very big tree diagram and it is not possible for me to sketch it out. But I will be very simple with that. Let's see. I need some text and I'm going to show you. So here we can say rolling a cube. So cube 1 and we have cube 2 and then we have cube 3. We have got 3 cubes. To be honest, right? Chance of landing on odd number for cube 1 is a half. Right? Cube 1 landing on odd number is a half chance. There are 3 odd numbers out of 6, so half. Cube 2 landing on odd number is another chance of half. So if I just have 2 cubes, chance of landing on odd is 1/4. If I have just 2 cubes, the chance of landing on odd number for both is 1/4, and you can see it is less than a half if I just have 2. There you go, Dion. Now think, if you have 3 coins or 3 of these cubes, you roll the 3, how would the answer look like? Everybody try. I'm not going to give the answer right away. I want you to think. There are 2 cubes that you roll. The chance is 25% of getting odd on both. So if you have 3 of these cubes, what is the chance that all 3 cubes will land on odd number? Emiliano, give it a try again. Logan, I agree. Lexi, I disagree. Reconsider, Lexi. Natalie, very good. You took away one of the wrong answers. That makes sense. Paige, reconsider. Giovanni, reconsider. Then, if there's also a third cube you want to consider that. Right? And add that here. So, went 1, cube 1 is half, cube 2 is half, cube 3 is half. 1 times 1 times 1 is 1. And then 2 times 2 times 2 is 8. If you've got 3 cubes and you roll them, chance of all of them landing on odd will be 1/8. It is not the same amount of chance as rolling just 1 cube, because the chance is less and less and less. The answer will be D, 1/8. So this is more than one event happening. There's multiple in cubes that we are rolling in this question. Answer 1/8. This was one very new question, right? Any questions? We will look at more of these. So now you are a little bit ahead of the rest of the class because you learned something new. Any questions? If there are no questions, we end the session here. Enjoy the rest of your day. If there are any further things you can think of, send me an email. I do have a few emails to answer, and I haven't gotten a chance to answer because I was in live session. So my people who send me emails, make sure you keep in mind that the teachers are teaching from 9 till this time, mostly, and give them some margin to reply you back if you're sending us an email, right? Thank you for attending. Enjoy the rest of your day.